Hi everybody, thanks for joining me again today. I've taken the somewhat risky strategy of sitting outside to film this on a day when the weather is sunny one minute and then overcast the next, and who knows, it's not meant to rain today, but you know, it may do. I'm here to talk about the new 3 releases I have coming from Plan D just for you. And as I always say, I think these are pretty special, and I think each one of these almost has its own kind of tale to tell, so to speak. While I'm sitting outside here, over in the distance, we do have some squirrels now and then, although I think because I'm out here, they've run away. We've also got hare running around, so what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get a bit of footage. I'm going to sit still here after I've filmed this and try and get a bit of cutaway footage so you can see the squirrels bouncing around the lawn. I love a squirrel. I don't know what it is. They're just so happy all the time. They're like bounce, bounce, bounce. Anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about the new Plan D titles which are coming this month. So, first off, we have an absolutely fantastic real cult horror film. If you haven't seen this, then you're in for a big treat. If you're a horror fan and you haven't seen this, you're in for a massive treat. If you have seen it, wait till you see it in 3D. It looks absolutely tremendous. I mean, it's come out so well. I'm so pleased with it. I think for the majority of it, you would be fooled into thinking it was shot natively in 3D. There's some just absolutely striking stuff in it. The other interesting thing is that, like, you can see the influences. You can see the sort of George Romero kind of, you know, the zombie stuff. You get a bit of the Carnival of Souls feel about it. And sorry, what else did I scribble down? Carnival of Souls, also a bit of Last Man on Earth. You know, there's all that kind of zombie, creepy kind of stuff running through it. Absolutely great. Of course, I've realised I forgot to tell the title. The film is Messiah of Evil in 3D, and this one is superb. If I was going to have done another EYEPOP release, this probably would have been the one, simply because there's so many absolutely startling scenes in it, and it's just so visually astounding. So I hope you'll love this one. I know if you're a horror fan, if you're a 3D fan, I'm pretty sure you're going to love this. So I'm trying not to say it without further ado. So without hanging around, let's have a little watch of the trailer for Messiah of Evil.
They say that nightmares are dreams perverted. I've told them here it wasn't a nightmare, but they don't believe me. They nod and make little notes in my file. Not far from here, there's a small town on the coast. They used to call it New Bethlehem, but they changed the name to Point Doom after the moon turned blood red. Point Doom doesn't look any different than 1,000 other neon stucco towns. But what happened there, what they did to me, what they're doing now, they're coming here. They're waiting at the edge of the city. They're peering around buildings at night. And they're waiting. They're waiting for you. And they'll take you one by one, and no one will hear you scream. No one will hear you scream!
Oh yeah, I think you can see all the influences I was talking about, you know, the Romero Carnival of Souls kind of stuff. It's so cool. It's such a good movie. And yeah, if I was doing an EYEPOP one, this probably would have been the title for me. You know, I'm a horror fan, as you know. So moving on, I wanted to explore a theme of films which I read about recently. It's a Roger Corman film, and it is called I mean, the title has nothing to do with the film, hardly. It's called Creature from the Haunted Sea. Now, this isn't a horror film. I think if you saw the poster or you see the title, you think it's a horror film. It's not. It's really it's kind of like a quite crazy gangster, spy, thriller comedy with like this little bit of a monster, which is the most ridiculous monster you've seen, and you've probably seen some very ridiculous monsters, which is one of the most ridiculous monsters you've ever seen. So I was definitely surprised watching this myself, expecting it to be this kind of real B horror movie. Actually, I found it pretty funny. You know, I think that some of the comedy in it stands up right till today. The spy stuff is really, really silly. I can only suggest you have a look at this and see what you think, because I think this is a pretty silly and pretty entertaining film. So here you go. Here's the trailer for Creature from the Haunted Sea.
How much Jack do you think's in that strong rock?
There's plenty of Cuban sugar, though.
Here's what happened. The general beat his friend Castro to the Cuban treasury. The strongbox is now on this boat. So are a deported American gangster and his moll. And lurking in the depths is the creature from the haunted sea.
You're a crazy mixed-up kid.
I am perfectly adjusted to my life of crime.
Don't worry, Mary Bell. I'll save you. It's all right. Be calm, everybody. The boat's insured.
Now you've caught a glimpse of the creature at the very end of that, and I think you can see it's a pretty unique creature. Those ping pong balls for eyes. Oh, it's terrifying. It's absolutely crazy. And hopefully some of the humor came across in that. It's actually well worth watching. I was surprised. I don't think it fares particularly well on the kind of critic scores, or on anybody's scores. But I was surprised. I was really entertained with this little film. So what's the final disc? The final disc is this is a sort of continuation from the Phantom Planet, and actually Phantom Planet's bonus disc. So on the bonus disc for Phantom Planet, which was Retro Future Visions, we included a couple of episodes of Radar Men from the Moon, a sci-fi serial from the 1950s, which is the kind of thing that really inspired Star Wars and its ilk. It's these kind of sort of 10-15 minute episodes that always end in a cliffhanger and full of action and adventure. Really the kind of thing, as I said, that Star Wars was very heavily inspired by. So this disc is actually Radar Men from the Moon Volume 1 in 3D, and it contains 4 episodes, so episodes 1 to 4 of Radar Men from the Moon. In stunning 3D. Again, this one looks absolutely fantastic. I'm really pleased with how this one came out. And on top of that, we have the bonus of A Trip to the Moon, which was also the bonus on the Retro Future Visions disc, I've gone blank, in 1902 or 1912. I've gone blank. I think 1902 film. So hopefully this will be enough to entice you to grab this disc for your collection.
wave of death-dealing explosions struck yesterday at Area Defense Headquarters. As in previous occasions, the authorities are unable to detect the cause of these blasts, which have done untold damage. Who could possibly be doing this?
Well, there are several theories, Joan. But so far, no one is even sure what kind of explosives are being used or how they're set off.
The loss of the ray gun is not too serious. I brought sufficient equipment from the moon to build several of them. But I do not care to have the Earth people learn the secrets of our weapons. From the description you gave me of your attacker's costume, it must have been Commando Cody in his flying suit. He will probably take our ray gun to his laboratory for examination. So you must go there at once and recover the atomic chamber from the ray gun.
Take it easy and you won't get hurt.
Now on top of these three, we have a bonus disc. This relates to the fact that when we released Phantom Planet, we put out Conversion Curiosities Volume 2, which was Retro Future Visions, and the kind of headline for that was the feature film King Dinosaur. Retro Future Visions was never meant to kind of carry on. It was only going to be a kind of Kickstarter only release. But obviously, you know, more people will want to see King Dinosaur for all its craziness. These B movies, this one's crazy. The ending and some of the lines in it are just appalling. Anyway, if you like to see giant lizards running around scaring men, you know, this is the kind of scaring men and women, I should say. This is the film for you. So let me tell you, what I've done is I've taken King Dinosaur and we've just put it on its own disc, so it's just King Dinosaur in frame packed and anaglyph, and we're kind of putting that out there at a kind of budget price. For those of you who missed out on the Retro Future Visions disc, you can still get your hands on King Dinosaur. And just to say on that Retro Future Visions is actually now sold out, as far as I'm aware, in UK and America. So this will really be the way to get your hand on King Dinosaur. So why don't we have a little look at the trailer for King Dinosaur?
The explosive birth of a strange new world, the planet Nova, millions of miles away in the eerie silence of outer space. Man's rocket takeoff on an amazing voyage of exploration with a strange crew of 4 daring adventurers on board. A professor from an American university, a biochemist to run tests on whatever life exists, a doctor to check the known and the unknown medical data, a mineralogist to search for the radioactive materials that gave this new world birth. See their terrifying battle with savage beasts never known on Earth. The wild fear when mankind is brought face to face with giant mastodons from eons long past. A prehistoric world comes to life again today, millions of miles away in space. The horror of huge, maddened monsters raging for the kill. The battle of the Titans.
Hand me that Barry pistol.
Are you thinking of Ralph and Pat?
I hate to bring them into this. It's our only way out of here.
Okay, so one line. Oh, let me drink a little bit. My coffee's getting cold here. I'm having a look out for these squirrels. They still haven't appeared. So one last thing before I go. I released recently on YouTube, I released a couple of our just for fun 3D trailer conversions. One of them started out because there was some kind of comments on EYEPOP would have done a better job for the Lilo and Stitch conversion than the one that was released by Disney. And the other one is Final Destination Bloodlines. I'm a huge Final Destination fan, so I couldn't resist converting it. I wish they'd put the movie out in 3D. You know, now I'm gonna have to do all that work myself. Right, anyway. So, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna chuck those 2 trailers on here in case you haven't seen them and you can enjoy them. Tell you what, watch it. If you've got a projector, watch this on the big screen. It looks just superb. Bloodlines, oh, it would be so good in 3D. Horror fans, we should be up in arms. Anyway, I'm going to close today with those 2 trailers. Thank you for watching. Thank you for backing us. And I hope these titles will be of interest to you and that you'll head over, follow the link, which will be in the YouTube description. Head over to EYEPOP-3D.com and grab yourself this whole new pile of discs. Thank you for watching, and here's those trailers.
We have apprehended a dangerous experiment. Where is he?
He escaped.
He's trying to find the police cruisers.
He took the red one. What hideous planet is caught in your crosshairs?
A shooting star! I wish for a friend. Like a best friend.
What the hell?
He's so cute and fluffy.
He is your responsibility. Got it.
We promise.
Yeah.
Get down from there.
Look like an angel.
No. Control him. Hey, what are you doing? No. Dogs on the table.
You sure that's a dog?
Yeah.
Rough.
Ew. We are not keeping this thing.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind.
Or forgotten.
Stitch bad.
Sometimes family isn't perfect. That doesn't mean they aren't good. That was close. I don't think you're supposed to drink that.
Agent Cobra Bubbles, we have a blue dog to catch.
Cobra! No! Wait!
No. I'm gonna give you to the count of 3, Stitch. 1.
Drinks all around.
Family, you don't get to pick the one you get. Just gotta love the one you got.
I always knew this day would come.
I got it.
I don't think you got it. I held him off for years.
Charlie! Get up here!
He's a relentless son of a bitch. Won't stop till he finishes the job. Death is coming for our family.
I said, oh, 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 oh.
Grandma, what's happening to us?
Years ago, I had a premonition that started it all. I saw what death was about to do. I saved a lot of lives that night.
Everyone needs to get off the dance floor!
Lives that were never meant to be saved. But death doesn't like it when you mess with his plans.
This book, it will show you everything you need to know to keep our family safe.
It all started with Grandma. Death is coming for us because we were never supposed to exist. Watch out!
Only by embracing death will it pass you by.
Maybe Death's not actually coming for our family. Because that would be crazy.
Good luck.